At this moment, a shaky ceasefire still prevails in Gaza, though at least 97 Palestinians have been killed since the ceasefire was declared. Israeli forces remain in control of over 53% of Gaza, and the blockade of food and medical supplies continues. More than 10 humanitarian organizations and the vast majority of genocide experts and Holocaust scholars have condemned Israel's campaign in Gaza as genocide. Yet, despite the International Court of Justice's call on all nations to halt any involvement in possible violations of the Geneva Convention, Ottawa has only publicly condemned the escalating violence in Gaza and the West Bank, while quietly refusing to comply with international law and indeed with Canada's own arms trade treaty. A recent report from 4 NGOs, the World Beyond War, Palestinian Youth Movement, Canadians for Justice and Peace in the Middle East, and Independent Jewish Voices, reveals that 2 of Canada's successive ministers of foreign affairs have been directly supporting Israel's war machine while misleading the Canadian public about suspending weapons permits. Last week, a CBC investigation by the Fifth Estate has found that several dozen registered Canadian charities are sending millions of tax-deductible dollars to Israeli groups intent on forcing Palestinians off their land. This at the same time that the CRA has falsely accused Canadian Muslim humanitarian charities of activities that support terrorism and investigated them on a systemic basis despite audits that consistently turn up nothing. This is a very real example of the racist double standards imposed on Canadian charities, and it makes GLIA's work, despite its lack of charity designation, all the more important.